Yes, people, welcome back to my channel. Ireland 0, France 1, 81 minutes to go. It's been a boring game, but look, credit to Ireland. They're defending very, very well. Is that corner? Ooh, yeah, corner for Ireland. By the way, it's 1-0 for France. Pavard scored the only goal, but what a goal also, by the way. Straight after the game, let's do the match review. And also, we'll be bringing a few topics like Antonio Conte and a few more questions for every single one of you. Make sure you smash the poll. Let me know if Kylian Mbappe will become the greatest French football of all time. Let me know. He's only 24 years old. So yeah, let me know in the live chat. If you got anything to ask me, let me know you do in the live chat. Corner in here for Ireland. France clear out. Hasn't been amazing football game, but look, this is international football for you. Bloody boring. France in here. By the way, in here I've got my man. Probably be about 20 minutes, and he's boring as fuck already.
Can we just end the game already? Because this game is like, I'd rather watch Championship. I'd rather watch Wrexham than this. But let's call it over. But look, I mean, I was expecting this. International is boring. And I'm so glad Premier League is back next weekend because I don't think I can deal with this another weekend. But look.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. In the live chat, we've got Jose Fernandez. Vamos, muchacho. Vamos. Big up to you, my friend. People, don't forget to smash the like on this stream. Make sure you bring the likes up. If you got anything to ask, let me know. You ask me in a live chat. Ireland in here. Oh, is our corner? What a chance.
I'm actually starting to do something.
What a chance. That's definitely a corner. That was Camavinga was the last one. Yeah, corner for Ireland in here. Chance. Right, corner for Ireland in here. Can they equalise? Corner. Ooh, again.
Oh. I'm actually doing something for once. Oh, Collins. Can Ireland score? Ireland score.
Like I said, people, it hasn't been an amazing football game, but we haven't had chances as well. Probably had about, what, 2-3 chances? I would say maximum 3 chances on this game.
Oh yeah, they've literally had 6 shots, and then I mean the XG is so low. They have 0.26. So Ireland have not been able to do anything.
Ooh. They will be putting pressure on France now for the last 5 minutes. They haven't been that bad.
I mean, Napoli. Netherlands are winning, by the way, 2-0.
Ooh. Another chance. Ooh, clear out, Konate. Ooh, they're putting so much pressure on France now. Can they equalise? Crossing the box. Hernandez clear out.
Do you not?
Again. Ooh.
I'm just concerned. I don't care who wins. Just don't get Konate injured, please. I don't care about who wins this. I just want Konate to come out safely with this. And apparently Tsimikas has got injured in Greek, so does not help either.
Is that handball?
No.
Is that handball from Theo Hernandez?
No. That's harsh. That's harsh.
I don't think they'll give it, but he had this arm on his body as well. Right, Obafemi is coming in. Let's see for the last 5 minutes. You know, they're going to have to take some risks, Ireland.
You have nothing to lose, just go for it.
They got nothing to lose, yeah. I mean, you're right. And I think they're doing really well.
I swear, Konate and Epakama are a great pair. I'm not gonna lie.
Very good. Strong as well. Very strong centre backs.
I think we got the right one. Konate over Epakama, but then
I mean, it's a tough call, but I think both are quality. I think Upamecano and Konate are both brilliant.
It's just Konate has loads of injuries, doesn't help. He's quite injury prone. And Bacamo is inconsistent sometimes.
Ooh,
They have
Griezmann.
weaknesses. Konate's a bit injury prone. That's what he lacks, man. Just
What is wrong with Griezmann? Always get like that pink hair, man. That looks like, man. I'm not gonna say names in here because I end up probably get banned. But Griezmann, you just go back to your normal hair, my brother.
no one cares about your fashion. Like, come on. Oh, can Ireland just do something? Konate just survive through. Don't get injured. I don't care. They're not. Let's see. Has Netherlands all right? Please, Van Dijk, don't get injured. Oh, Ake scored twice. No way. Ake actually scored twice.
Right,
Yeah.
free kick for France in here. Well, 3 minutes to go. I just cannot see. That, Ireland getting back to this. Mbappe, it hasn't been a good game
The
for
only
Mbappe
way
today.
I can see Ireland scoring is some fluky goal.
Mbappe was brilliant against Netherlands. What a game, what a performance. But he's been very quiet today.
Ireland, definitely credit to Ireland. They just couldn't hang on, really. France have too much quality. That's it. You know what? Give credit to Ireland, but then again, France are just...
Yeah, I thought Ireland did amazing.
Ireland,
and they still do. And look, still time.
if
Only
Ireland get a
takes
draw...
one chance.
If Ireland get a
It was
draw...
our corner for them now.
Oh, Ireland. Oh, Megan makes
And you know what? This is what I like, long balls, free kicks, corners. That's their type of football.
France, man, they survive. France is somehow still winning this game. Netherlands, they're having chances. I won't say clear-cut chances.
Right, corner for Ireland in here. Can they equalise?
Let's see the other scores. Sweden winning 3-0. Wow. Is Isaac playing?
Right, there's something going on in the box.
Oh, it's 4-0 Sweden. Lol. And Selanga. Oh, wait, what is Selanga? I think that scored as well. Damn. Sweden are actually good,
Right,
you know.
corner for Ireland in here. Ooh, Conte nearly scoring on goal.
Conte.
Miana just saved. Conte nearly scoring on goal. Wow. Corner for Ireland again.
Conte is lucky. Conte is very lucky there. Conte getting lucky like he always
Right,
does.
corner for Ireland again.
What's happening? Why is my stream? I swear, man, it's so hard to
for a corner.
Come
Another
on.
chance for Ireland.
Free hit.
Oh, what a save! What
Yeah.
a chance! What a save!
I know.
Man, what a save! What a chance! Collins with a header.
I'm telling you, Ireland not creating something. I don't see him scoring, but
what a chance!
3 minutes. They have 3 minutes, guys, to save it.
What a save! Are you watching?
Yes, I saw it. It was a brilliant save. Absolutely. Clear of Lloris. Clear.
Wow. Well, he's a great keeper. And he's just been injured with AC Milan.
Yeah, but he's
what a save, man. What a chance.
Even if Lloris was available, Lloris, he still wouldn't start. Megan's so good.
You know, I'm telling you right now, and with a couple of few chances that Ireland just had in the last few minutes, they fully deserve the equalize, at least lead the draw.
No,
because France hasn't been good tonight.
They don't deserve it overall, man. No team's been great today. It's just been once France scored, they just controlled.
Like 3 minutes, 1 minute almost gone. Is that free kick or throw for France? Man, what a chance! That was the best chance of the game.
And they blew the whistle already. This game has been, guys. If you missed this game, that's good because this game's been every international game's been dead, to be honest. So.
Well, it's international football. It's boring, isn't it? But at least it's given us a break, right?
Like on paper,
I'm enjoying having a break, but I do miss. I want to be streaming every day, you know.
I mean, on paper, you think, oh, what a game. England and Italy, what a game. And who else was a good game?
Italy, England was alright. It was a good game.
Decent. But
two different halves. Oh, Hernandez in here. Ooh.
But do you see
Is that
Kazakhstan?
corner?
I mean, what's mad?
Maya
It's
Maya is excellent goalkeeper. I mean,
but
he has proved with AC Milan.
you know the only game that was good is
Is the
Kazakhstan
ball
versus
out? Is
Denmark.
that corner? Surely.
Nah, I don't think. I mean,
Yeah, but the ball was out.
yeah, nice.
That should be in a corner.
You know what's mad? The only good game was Kazakhstan versus Denmark. They
Oh, I
Kazakhstan.
watched that game yesterday.
That was the only good
What a
game.
game! Yeah, that end was just crazy.
Denmark, I don't know what's happening.
Right, France making a change in here.
Just blow the whistle, ref.
Looks like it's going to be game over.
Come on, ref.
Monani's coming off. And Thuram's coming on.
France have just done it. They've won a free kick. Oh, thank God it's over. Thank God this international break is over. Oh,
Not yet, still got games tomorrow.
Oh, why? That's it then. Okay, thank God. Jeez, I've had enough of this international rubbish.
Is that free kick? Yeah, free kick for France. Well,
France,
I just cannot see now. It looks like the game is over now.
He just missed, I think, something.
That's it. Game is over now.
Just blow it now, man. Come on. It's full-time, guy. It's been...
The ref might give another extra minute, but...
It's over, by the way. It's finished. Finished. Done. England... Not England. France have won. They start well to their
Ireland in here with a last chance.
Fully
cross. Yeah, still. Ooh. Ireland. Inside the box. Come on, cross.
Ireland deserve the equaliser, but...
corner, no, it's not free kick. Now clear it out. Thuram. Free kick for France. That's it. It's over.
Yep.
I think it's over now. Yeah, that's it. Full time, people. Ref just blow the whistle.
Dead.
Yeah, people, full time. Ireland 0, France 1. Gonna do the match review quickly. Let me know any questions in the live chat, people, and also I will be bringing other topics. Like, you know, let's talk about Antonio Conte. I haven't had the chance to talk about Antonio Conte. He got sacked by Tottenham. Well, he hasn't got sacked. Basically, you know, he decided to leave Tottenham.
I mean, we knew this after the Southampton game. I was just like...
Oh, yeah, we knew. And we said that. We said plenty of times, you know, my man, you always watch me. I've said since the season start, before the season start, and every weekend that Conte will not last at Tottenham until the end of the season. And I was right. But look, yeah, Ireland 0, France 1. People, make sure you bring some questions in the live chat. Bring the likes up. Smash the poll as well. Let me know. Will Kylian Mbappe become the greatest French footballer of all time? I think he has everything. I mean, look, he have won a World Cup already. He have reached 2 World Cup finals. At the age of 24, he's the 5th top goal scorer of all time for France. He will clearly become number 1 for sure.
For me, like, I'll be honest, Mbappe needs to play in the Premier League for me to like I know he's quality. I need to see him actually in the Premier League. French League is like obviously going to score goals when you're Mbappe. It's international break. He's done well, but like he's not faced any big teams. I'll say I think Mbappe is better than Haaland. Well, I said that already, but I need to see him in the Premier League. He needs to move to the Premier League if he wants to get appreciated. So
it wasn't his best game tonight. He was very quiet tonight.
Or even Madrid. Move to Madrid, who actually people will watch Madrid. So yeah, but thank God that's over. I mean, that was a very unentertaining game to watch, but it's finally over. International break is not over until tomorrow, but that is international.
We've got one more day of international boring.
And then Premier League is back. Let's go. We're back with bangers as well, Man City, Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, look, as much as I love being on YouTube and bringing in, you know, match reactions. Unfortunately, international football for me is too boring, unless it's actually like a World Cup.
Like, you know what? Like, Kazakhstan versus Denmark was a good game to analyze. That was the only good game to like actually go for. This game, I don't know what to say about this game. It's just like, what can there be said? France won.
Yeah, let's just quickly bring in the match review. As you can see in here, the stats. Yeah, it wasn't a great game of football, but I think we have to give credit to Ireland because they looked well organized. They defend really well, and they wasn't giving players like Mbappe any kind of space. You know that if you're gonna give players like Colomani, Mbappe space, they will damage you. And I
Yeah.
thought Ireland tonight did really well.
But
And the only time that France actually had one chance, that wasn't even a chance. That was a big mistake from, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Colin and passed the ball to Pavard.
yeah,
And then what a shot, by the way. France goal was a great finish by Pavard, but that was the only way I could see France break Ireland
yeah,
today. The way
Ireland.
that Ireland looked, well organized, they knew the only way as well they could damage France was like free kicks, corners, long balls. That's their kind of football, you know. And we saw at the end in the last 10 minutes they had a few chances. I mean, that French goalkeeper, what a
Oh,
save that he made. I thought at the end he made two very good saves, yeah. That Conte and Ilian on goal, and then that I think that was Collins' header. What a save. I mean, that was the best chance of the game. In terms of chance, France did not have many chances today. Like as you can see, the stats doesn't matter. Look, they had 4 shots on target, but still, it wasn't big chances and a few shots, but I wouldn't say that was big chances. But overall, I said it wasn't a great performance from France. Even if you see the dominated possession, but I thought Ireland at least should have gone a draw. I thought they deserve a draw. I think if a draw wouldn't have been a fair result, but fair play,
uh,
France won. We know we're
uh,
talking about probably, you
draw.
know, if France is not the best nation in the world, it's close to be. I mean, we're talking about, you
I
know,
mean,
a
the
nation
draw.
that have reached the World
I,
Cup final in the last 2 World Cup,
I think
and
France. I mean, I think France really deserved to win. And Ireland were pretty good in the last like 3 minutes or 5 minutes because I think they just defended the whole game. To be honest,
that
like
was their
France.
game plan. But then still, France couldn't damage them. The thing is, it was that France had the majority of the possession, but France could not damage them. You cannot really think of a clear chance for France today. Apart from their goal, that was a big mistake from one of the Ireland players that passed the ball back to one of their players, and then Pavard just got the ball and had that amazing shot from outside the box. Apart from that, yeah, like France had a few shots, but it wasn't really clear chances. If we're talking in terms of chances, Ireland had the better chances tonight, and I thought they should, for me, they should at least got a draw. But look, another win for France. Like I said, we're talking about one of the greatest nation. I didn't mean to probably like with England up there. Argentina would say as well. You know, Argentina is the World Cup champion. As much as a lot of people do not rate Argentina, Argentina still with Messi will always be one of the biggest one. Then we've got quite a few nations that it's going through a rebuild with a lot of quality. But what I see now is like in the next eras, right? I've got a question in here right now to bring it up about the next eras, right? And now we're still in the qualifiers, but who can you see winning the next series, right? Between France, England, Portugal, or someone else? When I look at it, yeah, in terms of squads and quality, I have to say between these three. I think in terms of squad and quality, France, England, and Portugal probably is slightly ahead of everyone else. When you look at Portugal's squads, really good on the paper, right? As a team, let's see how they're going to do with Roberto Martinez. So far, 2 games they're doing well. And when you look at England, like I've said about England many, many times. I think England has one of the best, if not the best, generation of footballers. But shame they've got Gareth Southgate. He's the biggest problem. But there's a lot of talent. I think England will definitely be one of the favourites in the next Euros, and also France. France had to be one of the favourites with Mbappe. If you got Mbappe, you have to be one of the favourites to win it. I know I'm saying this, but then Paris Saint-Germain has Mbappe, but I never said that Paris Saint-Germain was one of the favourites to win the Champions League. But we're talking about two different mentalities. We're talking about a nation. We're talking about a club that I don't even want to talk about Paris Saint-Germain, really. I had enough talking about Paris Saint-Germain. But yes, I think in the next Euros, this is the three teams that I can actually see go and win it. But till then, a lot can change. Don't get me wrong. Look, till then, we can see a lot changing. But right now, if I have to pick one, I would probably say France still. But then when you look in terms of squads, England and Portugal also have a very, very good squad. England proved in the last World Cup, they got beat by France 2-1. They was unlucky. They should have won that game. They had enough chances to win that game. It was tough. But France quality just come out the top. And plus, like England has Gareth Southgate, so that not really helps. And when you look at this France squad, right, with a mixing with players like Griezmann, Giroud just became the oldest player to ever play, a qualify game for France. And look, he's still doing at the age of what? Giroud is about 38 now, 37, 38. And look at Giroud, right? I think Giroud is the most underrated French footballer of all time. I think Giroud don't get recognized as much as he deserves. I think Giroud, yes, he had a quiet game today. Mbappe also had a quiet game. I think everyone basically had a quiet game, apart from France defenders today. But when you look at a player like Giroud, what Giroud have done it. Let's not forget, Giroud is the top goal scorer in France history. But doesn't mean that Giroud is the best, right? Doesn't mean that Giroud is better than any, right? I think Thierry Henry is miles ahead in terms of quality, is miles ahead of Giroud. But when you see what Giroud have done, what he has built everywhere he has been, and with the French nation as well, I think Giroud deserves more credit. And I think for me, he's probably the most underrated French football of all time. What a player. And like I said, bringing in back to the next Euros, it's like France and England and Portugal are dominant. But till then, everything can change. As you can see in here, the stats, as I've just gone through the game, I thought a draw would probably be the fair result. It wasn't a great performance from Ireland in terms of, they did defend well, but France wasn't creating too much today. Mbappe was very quiet. Colomani was very quiet. Giroud, Griezmann. It was a very quiet game for France, but they still did enough. They've beat Ireland 1-0. It doesn't matter. They still did enough. But let me just quickly bring other games up in here. So I bring in other games from today, as you guys can see now. Today's games, that is some of the results. Like Netherlands and Gibraltar is on Ireland and France group. I don't think France will have any problems to qualify top of this group as well. Should be an easy one for France. And second, we would think that Netherlands would have enough quality to finish second of this group. But I do not rate Netherlands. I don't know why. I'm not saying they not have quality. They still have some good players, but I just do not rate Netherlands for some reason. I just don't think they've got anything special. Against France, yeah, they got smashed. I would say they got smashed 4-0 and probably could have been even more. But I think they probably just have enough quality to go through. But look, football is a funny game. Anything can happen. Like I said, football is just a game that every game is different. Anything can happen. But I just think on this group, I think France and Netherlands will qualify as two will qualify from this group. And on the other results tonight, as you guys can see, I might bring the other results from yesterday. Look, people, I'm doing this because I love it. But international football is boring. Sweden beat Azerbaijan 5-0 today. Poland beat Albania 1-0 after got smashed by Czech Republic. Austria just managed to come back. They was losing at half-time 1-0 against Estonia. Some of the results in here, as you can see, but of course the main one is the one that I saw and I have a review. That was between Ireland 0 and France 1. People, keep smashing the likes up. Really appreciate the love and support. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. And Smash the poll also. If you got any questions to ask me in a live chat. I will be bringing other topics up just because, this game wasn't that big or good enough for me to be in here for 1 hour that talking just about this game, right? I could bring other topics like, I've got a poll going on and like what I've just said about Giroud. But look, that was it. Like, for me, in my opinion, I thought a draw would have been a fair result on this game. Yeah, France had, the most shots on target. That doesn't mean anything. They had the most possession. That doesn't mean anything because they wasn't really creating chances. But in terms of what Ireland did by defending well and also having the best chances of the game, I thought a draw would have been a fair result. But look, is what it is. 1-0 to France. Like I said, I've got this one up as well in here. Who can you see winning in the next Euros? Let me know in the live chat. It's still we're still just over a year to go until the next Euros. This for me are the three nations, I can see winning the next Euros. For me, it has to be between France, England, and Portugal. In terms of quality, I think France, England, Portugal are my three big favorites to win the next Euros. If I have to pick just one, I have to go to France. I still think France has too much quality. I'm not saying England hasn't got. I do right England. I think England has one of the best, if not the best generation. But I just think France, just with Mbappe, anything can happen. The guy is so good but he had a quiet game today. And Portugal is Portugal, always have great players, great talents, and with Cristiano Ronaldo. Look, you guys know that. I hate saying this, right? We should just been enjoying between Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi because we're not gonna see two players like Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Look, as much as I love Mbappe is 24 now. Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi with Mbappe age at the age of 24 had already won Champions Leagues, had already won Ballon d'Ors and many more trophies. And I'm not saying, yes, Mbappe has won the World Cup, Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi did it, at the age of 35, but I think Mbappe will be up there, for the next 10, 15 years. And the quickest Mbappe leaves Paris Saint-Germain, the better that will be for him. Because we know that if Mbappe leaves Paris Saint-Germain, his chances to win the Ballon d'Or is going to be much higher. I don't think he's going to have much chances to win with Paris Saint-Germain. I just don't think it's the right club for him to, win this kind of trophies, like Ballon d'Ors and stuff. But when you look at what Mbappe has done so far with the age of 24, Messi and Ronaldo have never won a World Cup with that age. Cristiano Ronaldo never done it, and like I said, Messi done at the age of 35. But I think Mbappe now is the fifth all-time top goal scorer for France. He just took over Benzema against Netherlands, and I think he will take over Griezmann, Platini, Giroud, and Thierry Henry. Well, Thierry Henry and Giroud, because Giroud is the top goal scorer for France. And I think Mbappe clearly will become the greatest footballer for France. In my opinion, he will. But it will massively help him if he leaves Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, I just don't think at Paris Saint-Germain, not many of us rate League One. We don't see Paris Saint-Germain as a threat. We don't see Paris Saint-Germain that kind of club that, a player can actually, involve, like get better, winning big things at Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain is not that kind of club. When you compare to clubs like Barca, Madrid, Bayern, or even in any of the big ones in the Premier League. But will Mbappe leave Paris Saint-Germain? I'm not sure about it. I don't know. I don't think Mbappe will be leaving Paris Saint-Germain next season. Only because last summer Mbappe was a free player, right? So you tell me who's going to come with at least 250 million or 300 million to sign Mbappe. I just don't think anyone will be able to come with that much money to sign Mbappe. So I think Mbappe will most likely be staying at Paris Saint-Germain for at least one more season. And yeah, that will not help him. Like I said, as much as I do rate Mbappe, being at Paris Saint-Germain does not help him winning Ballon d'Ors. Does not help him, like the media, as a football fan, like talking more about Mbappe. We know he has quality. This kid is just something special. He has everything to win, probably the next 5-6 Ballon d'Ors, easy. But we know that playing for Paris Saint-Germain, the chance is not that high. It will not help if he was in one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League or even Madrid or Barca. We know this kind of clubs, that would be easy. That would be the door would be easy to open for you to win a Ballon d'Or. But look, it's what it is. Let me know in a live chat. Any questions you go bring up. Don't forget to like this stream and make sure you're smashing the poll about Kylian Mbappe. And also, let me just quickly bring it back again with Olivier Giroud, right? He had a quality game today. Wasn't the best game for France, but I think Olivier Giroud is the most underrated French footballer of all time. I think this guy is quality. I have always been a big fan of Giroud. I think, as a striker, there's not many strikers out there with the work rate that Giroud has. The connection that he does play behind the goal as well. I think we're talking about probably one of the best strikers in the last 10, 15 years. Yes, he has been a lot of strikers out there, but I just don't think Olivier Giroud gets the recognition that he deserves. I think for me, he's a top player at that age. I think I'm not sure if he's 36, 37 now. Let me just quickly check how old is Giroud. Just to not get this wrong, right? Remember, we'll be bringing other topics up as well. So let me know if you got any questions to ask me, and I will be bringing a few of the clowns from Twitter. Twitter is a clown, is a troll social media. Yes, Olivier Giroud is 36. Because people just I know it's kids out there on Twitter nowadays. They can't remember seeing Ronaldinho back in the days and a lot of great footballers, but they come up on Twitter just talking so much rubbish. I will be bringing a few topics up now. Let me see. My brother says who should replace Conte, and also we'll be bringing about Conte as well. It's basically off topic, but look, like I said, I've reviewed the game, and come on, people, I'm not gonna stay in here talking about one game that finished 1-0, not many chances, and a boring international football. So I have to bring other topics. But I will also bring the Conte one. But people, make sure you bring the likes up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Really appreciate the love and support. And remember, vamos, 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 vamos. The poll's going strong at the minute. The question is, will Kylian Mbappe become the greatest French footballer of all time? The poll's going strong. 90% have said yes. 10% said no. I have to agree with you guys, because at the age of 24, come on, he's already doing magic, man. My brother says Giroud is slow but can do a job, so underrated. Very true. I think Giroud is the most underrated French footballer of all time. I just don't think he get recognized that he deserves. What a footballer. For me, I'm a fan of Giroud. His style of football is that kind of style of football that I enjoy watching him as a team player as well. He's amazing. We don't see many strikers with the quality of Giroud to play for the team. And in terms of playing for the team, Giroud does an absolutely amazing job. I think he's just brilliant. And for me, Giroud is not also just the most underrated French footballer of all time, but also probably the most underrated footballer in this generation. There's not many people that rate Giroud. For somehow, I don't know why, but he's what he is. But yeah, people, I've talked about Mbappe. I will leave Mbappe pull up for you to have a little bit of fun, but make sure you smash the stream, please. And as I've mentioned already about the next Euros, let me know who can you see winning the next Euros. For me, will be between these three. I think if you see someone else like Spain, Germany, Netherlands, just let me know in the live chat. But I just think, as I've said, in terms of quality, France, England, and Portugal, I think they are ahead of anyone else. But if I have to pick one, I would say France for the reasons that I already said. I think France still, with so much quality, still youngsters coming up, and having Mbappe that does help. Let's be honest, Mbappe seems to always turn up for France. Look, Mbappe turned up in the last 2 World Cups for France, big time. And I just think France still has so much quality. But if you got any questions, Let me know you do ask in a live chat. My next one's going to go into Antonio Conte, right? This is something that I want to bring up because I've talked about this like every week basically. I know my channel has been a bit quiet now. I haven't done much live streams, but I got a chance now that, thanks God, I deserve a break with international boring football giving me a chance to also have a break. But I don't like having too many days off. I'm being honest with you. And my brother says, I can't see France winning the Euros. They have too much quality and have a decent coach. Of course, when you look at France, you know what they have done in terms of international football. They have reached the last World Cup. They have reached two final. They won one, lost one. They could have won against Argentina, right? What's a game of football? What's a game of football, by the way? But yes, you look at France squads, it's just absolutely, and they're still missing some players as well. And when you look in terms of managers as well, Didier Deschamps is a top international manager. He has proven, he has done it, he's doing an amazing job. He's that kind of manager that, you know, England needs someone like Didier Deschamps, right? England hasn't got. This is the biggest problem with England. The biggest problem with England is the coach, is the manager. Gary Southgate. I've said this a lot of times. He hasn't done all. I'm not gonna say everything that Gareth Southgate has done was bad for England. No, he has brought in a lot good things, right? He has changed a lot of things, but people have said in a key moments, unfortunately, Gareth Southgate mess up. In a key moments, he doesn't know what to do. He struggles, and this is where England should be having someone like France has. Didier Deschamps is that kind of man that look what he did in a World Cup final. At halftime, just before halftime, he subbed Griezmann and Giroud. Right? Do you actually think that Gareth Southgate has the balls to do that? Do you think Gareth Southgate has the balls to go and take Harry Kane or Saka off just before halftime in a World Cup final? No, he hasn't. This is the biggest difference between a top manager, a manager that can handle international football and all the stars, all the quality, and someone that does really struggle in key moments. And my brother in here says, I think Nagelsmann is a perfect replacement for Antonio Conte, but I think they will get Pochettino since he's Levy in charge, and we know Levy. Look, my man, like basically I was just about to talk about, right? Um, as I said, people, I have reviewed the Ireland against France game. I've gave my thoughts and everything. If you've got any questions, leave in a live chat. There's still a poll. Make sure you smash it. And also make sure you bring the likes up on the stream. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And this is the home of live of football on YouTube. There's no other channel on YouTube, the live reactions like Football Ferreira. I always bring the biggest clubs, the biggest teams, the biggest nations into my channel. So make sure you subscribe. And like I said, I'm bringing other topics because I haven't had the chance to stream because it's been international football. It's been boring. I absolutely don't like the qualifiers, right? I'm a big fan of a World Cup. I think there's nothing better than a World Cup or the Euros, but qualifiers for me is just boring. Unfortunately, I know it's football, but I still watch it because I love football. But come on, it's very boring. That's why I'm bringing other topics. And if you got any questions as well, leave in a live chat and I will go through. Like I said, Antonio Conte sack, who would Tottenham bring in, right? Nagelsmann, Pochettino, Luis Enrique, or someone else. That's the thing. The problem is, the reason I'm bringing in these names in here is because there's been a lot of talks out there. It's been a lot of talks with, Nagelsmann, who just got sacked from Bayer for some reason that I did not get why. I mean, yes, I said because of his relationship with the players, but in terms of results, how can you sack a manager that, you know, probably going to win the Bundesliga again? Have a very good Champion League so far this season, still in a German Cup, can win everything. And I also was playing attractive football, a team that creates around 20 chances a game in the Bundesliga. I mean, look, it just did not make sense. But look, he's where he is. And also there's Pochettino, right? There's been a lot of rumours as well. Pochettino to come back to Tottenham. Look, I'm not a fan of Pochettino. I'm going to be honest with you. I have never been. I don't think Pochettino for me is not a top manager, right? I don't like Pochettino. I don't like his style of football as well. And then you go Luis Enrique, right? I'm a big fan of Luis Enrique for what he did for my Barcelona. And I like Nagelsmann's style of football. But when you look at Nagelsmann, Pochettino, and Luis Enrique, right? If I had to pick one for Spurs, right? I don't care who they're going to sign. I absolutely don't care who Tottenham's going to sign to replace Antonio Conte. They will not be signing anyone until the summer, ready for the next season. But if I have to bring up between these three names, I would leave Pochettino out, and I would definitely bring in Luis Enrique or Nagelsmann. But in terms of style of football, seeing the players that Tottenham has now, I don't think Tottenham has a good squad. I think Tottenham's squad is very, very poor. I've said this many times. I do not rate Tottenham squads. I still think they will not finish top four, but look, who knows? I keep saying this week in, week out, and I say about Antonio Conte. I said every week, even before the season started, a lot of people did not believe me. A lot of people was making fun of me just because I used to say every weekend that Antonio Conte will leave Tottenham before the end of the season. A lot of people used to say to me that, what do you think that he has a contract, he will not leave, he's a top manager, and blah, blah, blah. Look, it happened already. And I said about Antonio Conte, right? Right, yeah, he did well at Inter, at Juventus, at Chelsea, but he would not do it with the teams that he had. He struggled. I know every manager struggled at Tottenham, right? Only because of Levy. Levy, the guy that owns Tottenham, has always been the biggest problem. It doesn't matter who they bring in, but still, Antonio Conte could not take the best of this Tottenham players. And you need a manager who can take the best of it. He was playing the same tactics week and week out. And I do not rate Antonio Conte. I don't like Antonio Conte. For me, Antonio Conte is back in the days, old style of football. I just think that is a very boring football, as we saw Tottenham, how boring was Tottenham this season. And Tottenham has been shocking this season, and they still can't finish top four. That says how everyone else also been really bad. But yes, I'm not a fan of Antonio Conte. I knew he was going to get sacked. I said this week and week out on my streams every week, and I said Antonio Conte will not last. He will get sacked. But going into bringing in a new manager, for me, between these three, that the media that talks the most, Nagelsmann, Pochettino, Luis Enrique, my first choice would have been Luis Enrique, just because I think Luis Enrique would probably have a long-term project, and he would just bring in a lot of youngsters. I know Luis Enrique, look, he's done with Barca, with Spain. I know he wasn't the best with Spain, but look, he's that kind of manager that he would change a lot at Tottenham. Nagelsmann, yes, I would also bring it in for his style of football. I think his style of football is an absolutely brilliant. And I've got my man in here. How you doing? What's up, my brother? Hope you're doing well. If you got any questions, let me know, my brother. I've got a few topics to bring up because, I'm not going to stand in here 1 hour talking about Ireland 0, France 1. It wasn't much to talk about. It wasn't a great game of football. But yes, like I said, if I have to pick one in here, I would definitely pick Luis Enrique. And but in terms of style of football, I think maybe Nagelsmann. A lot of Tottenham fans are begging for Nagelsmann. I think he probably would change the mentality of the club in terms of style of football as well. Him or Luis Enrique. I just don't think makes sense bringing Pochettino back. Honestly, I just don't think it makes sense bringing Pochettino back. All right, I'm not going to say Pochettino was bad at Tottenham. I don't think it was all that bad, but still, right, it wasn't great. Yeah, he took them to a Champions League final, but let's not forget I was very lucky, right? Very, very, very lucky. I don't like Pochettino's style of football, and for me, it does not make sense bringing Pochettino back. Nagelsmann or Luis Enrique, I would bring him back. My first choice would have been Luis Enrique, and then my second choice would have been Nagelsmann. But I know this is my question, right? Who should Tottenham bring in to replace Antonio Conte? And also I might have another question is, Who wants to manage the Tottenham? This might be the other big question is who wants to take the job at Tottenham, right? We've seen, look, in the last, 10, 15 years, how many managers Tottenham had? 7, 8 managers. We had top managers like Jose Mourinho, and still, this is the biggest problem with Tottenham is who wants to manage Tottenham? That is the biggest question. Who wants to manage it? Who wants to take over Tottenham job? It's not an easy job. It's not an easy job. The way the club runs is not an easy job to take. We know that in terms of spending big to sign quality players, I'm not sure if that ever will happen since that Levy's in charge of Tottenham. So, I mean, he's a tough club to actually manage, right? It's a club that has one of the best studies in the world, a club that was supposed to be one of the top 4 or 5 in England, in English football, but clearly they're not. Let's be honest. Their squad is not even good enough, to me, say Tottenham is a top 4 or 5 team in the Premier League. Their squad is not good enough. Yeah, they do have world-class players like Harry Kane, but remember, one player does not make a whole squad, a whole team. And we've seen Tottenham struggle over and over and over because Levy just decides not to back any manager that he signs. And he had quite a few good managers. So let's see if any of these guys or someone else, right? There've been talks about Serbia as well, the Brighton manager. Look, I don't know what is going to happen. Let's see what is going to happen. And also, I've got my brother in here. Look, he's a Tottenham fan, right? And hello, my brother. Big love to you as well. I hope you're doing well. Let me know what was your thoughts about the Ireland against France game if you watch, and also with my question going up right now, right? I don't know if you heard me. Like I said, you know what I think about Antonio Conte. You know what I've said week in, week out about Antonio Conte. He would have get sacked before the end of the season. And as the media is talking a lot about Pochettino, Nagelsmann, and Luis Enrique, I've said my first choice would have been Luis Enrique. I think in terms of a long project, Luis Enrique would have suited Tottenham better than Nagelsmann. But in terms of style of football, I think Nagelsmann probably would have been a better suit for Tottenham. But let's see who they're also going to sign as well in the summer. But for me, it does not make sense bringing Pochettino back. Unfortunately, does not make sense. I know there's still a lot of Tottenham fans out there begging for Pochettino to come back, but for me, it just does not make sense to bring Pochettino back. I'm sorry, it does not make sense to bring Pochettino back. But look, we're just gonna have to wait and see. That is my thoughts about Antonio Conte got sacked. Yeah, they've been very poor this season. It could not take the best of a lot of the Tottenham players. The team was playing boring football. The team was just struggle against like 3-1 against Southampton, and they still draw that game. I'm not a fan of Antonio Conte's style of football. I'm not a fan of Antonio Conte, and clearly what he said about the players straight after, as much as you think that bad about you players, you should just keep private. But clearly, Antonio Conte said that because he wanted to leave Tottenham. And also, my man in here said, Nagelsmann, Enrique Gallardo, the Zerbi. Look, the thing is with managers like Gallardo, I don't know. Look, he did well at River Plate, really, really well. He wasn't there for so many years. He's changed the history of River Plate, even the history between the River Plate against Boca Juniors. He did an absolute amazing job, Gallardo. But then looking at Zarbi as well, his time at Staccard on his, and now his time at Brighton. Yes, I think he's doing a fantastic job, but I just do not think this kind of managers would suit Tottenham. The way that Tottenham runs as a club at the minute, does not make sense to bring Pochettino back. For me, it has to be between Nagelsmann or Luis Enrique. But I don't know. I've got a funny feeling Pochettino might come back. Onto the ball, big up to you. My brother says, bonjour, amigo. Vamos, amigo. Hope you're doing well, my man. Let me know in the live chat as well who should Tottenham sign instead of I mean, look, I'm tired. I'm actually tired talking about Tottenham and Antonio Conte. Antonio Boring Conte. That's how I call him. I knew he was going to get sacked, by the way. But yeah, look, people, there's another topics that will be bring up. I've got a poll going on at the minute. You guys let me know. Smash the poll. Bring the likes up as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. And there's a poll going out about Kylian Mbappe. He had a quiet game today. Very, very quiet game for France. Credit to Ireland. I thought they did amazing by stopping Mbappe. But let me know if you think Kylian Mbappe will become the greatest French footballer of all time. He has everything. 24 years old. The world on his feet. Already won a World Cup. He will become the top goal scorer, yeah, easily. He will take over Platini next, Griezmann, Henry, and Giroud. But look, I want to hear you guys first. That's the main one that I want to hear. But look, that was a topic that I brought up today already. This one as well, Mbappe as well, Antonio Conte. Now I'm moving into my Twitter haters, right? Now I'm moving into my Twitter haters, right? I know there's a lot of kids out there on Twitter. And that's why most of the times, I just don't bother to reply to them because I just can't be bothered. It just not make sense me being on Twitter, spending time to argue back with, 12 years old, 15 years old. That's what you see on Twitter nowadays. All young kids just like who never remembers Cristiano Ronaldo back in the days, who never remembers Ronaldinho back in the days, and all they think is that now Mbappe, now Rashford, now this and that is the best players in the world ever, right? And the reason I'm bringing in this question about Cristiano Ronaldo is that I know Cristiano Ronaldo hasn't left Manchester United in a good way. He shouldn't have never come back. He should have kept his beautiful legacy at Man United since the first time he left when he joined Real Madrid. But then he decided to come back, but he left in a nasty way, right? And basically he turned a lot of Manchester United fans against him. But look, let me just say this to you, right? Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, and I've said this plenty of times, is the greatest footballers of all time in my generation, right? Players that since I started watching football is the greatest footballers of all time. There will not be players like Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi. Has been so many great footballers, but to keep at a high level like these two guys have done it for 16, 17, 18 years, we're not going to see again. We might see Mbappe in the next 10 years, but Mbappe will not win half of the Ballon d'Ors that Cristiano Ronaldo has won, half of the Champions Leagues that Cristiano Ronaldo has won, or Lionel Messi, right? You guys know that I'm a big fan of Messi, but I have always have so much respect for Cristiano Ronaldo. Not only just because he's from where I'm from, Madeira, but also for everything that he has changed his mentality, right? Cristiano Ronaldo will always be the inspiration for any young kid that trying to grow up and be a footballer, like Lionel Messi. But look, I've seen a lot of people, a lot of Man United fans slagging Cristiano Ronaldo off, right? Look, I don't care how long Cristiano Ronaldo played for Manchester United. 3, 4 years, then come back, wherever, 2, 1 year. Cristiano Ronaldo could only have played one season for Manchester United. I would still say that Cristiano Ronaldo was the greatest footballer that to ever wear a Manchester United shirt. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he played in F1 season 2, 3, 4, 5, wherever. Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm talking about wearing a shirt, right? Cristiano Ronaldo has only been playing for Al Nassr from Saudi Arabia for a few months, right? I don't care how long he's been playing there. Cristiano Ronaldo could have gone tomorrow and leave Al Nassr, and I would still say that Cristiano Ronaldo was the greatest footballer ever to wear Al Nassr shirt. Cristiano Ronaldo was the greatest footballer to ever wore a Juventus shirt, right? Yeah, he was at Juventus for what, 2 seasons, I think. Doesn't matter. He did not win Champions League. He won, Serie A, Coppa d'Italia. But look, still, Cristiano Ronaldo has where Man United, Juventus, Al Nassr, Sporting Lisbon, Real Madrid share. So as long as Cristiano Ronaldo played for any club, he will always be the greatest footballer to ever wear any kind of club that he played for. The same with Lionel Messi. I don't care what people say, right? Messi's not having it, he's the best time at Paris Saint-Germain, but still, Paris Saint-Germain have never had a player that wore that share better than Lionel Messi. This is what I'm trying to say when I have a lot of people trying to argue with me about Cristiano Ronaldo is not the greatest player to ever play for Man United. So who's the greatest player to ever play for Man United? Who was the greatest player to ever play with a Manchester United shirt on? You guys tell me. If he's not Cristiano Ronaldo, who is? You guys need to tell me. Like I said, Cristiano Ronaldo could only have played for Manchester United for one game. Still the greatest player to ever wear Manchester United chair, and one of the greatest clubs as well, one of the biggest clubs in the world. The same goes to Lionel Messi. That is basically my answer to a lot of clowns on stupid Twitter, a troll social media, and that have a lot of kids out there just talking nonsense and a lot of bullshit. And there's another one to bring it up, right? This is probably one of the most ridiculous one as well, right? A lot of kids out there nowadays check stats, right? All they do just going through stats, right? When you're checking in terms of stats, yeah, Neymar had more goals, Neymar had more assists, Neymar has won more trophies than Ronaldinho, but Neymar will never be as good as a Ronaldinho as a footballer. Overall, as a player, Neymar would never be as good as Ronaldinho was as a footballer. We're talking about probably the player that has treated a football better than anyone else. Ronaldinho Gaúcho. All right, consistently, he wasn't up at the top high level for too long. Yeah, at Barca, before he joined Barca, he was good with Brazil. He won the World Cup. At Barca, yeah, he won the Champions League and stuff. His prime was at Barca, but it doesn't matter. In terms of football, overall, as a player, Ronaldinho is miles ahead of Neymar. And there's not a single one of you will tell me opposite, that Neymar is a better footballer than Ronaldinho. There's no way. Neymar is not even close. And look, I used to like Neymar a lot when he was at Barca. He messed up. He should have never left Barcelona. This is another one that, decided to leave Barcelona to try and become the best footballer in the world and made a big mistake. Like I said about Kylian Mbappe, he needs to leave Paris Saint-Germain quicker. Yeah, very soon, or his chances to win Ballon d'Or or many Ballon d'Ors will not be that high. But when you look what Neymar did going into the Paris Saint-Germain, that was not a step up. That was probably 3-4 steps down on Neymar's career, leaving Barcelona to sign for Paris Saint-Germain. Like I said, Paris Saint-Germain is not the right club for players like Neymar, Messi. I've said this a few times, Mbappe. No, the way the club runs will never be the right club for this kind of players. If you want to be at a high level, if you want to be winning Ballon d'Ors, if you want to be recognized as the greatest footballer of all times, you should not be joining a club like Paris Saint-Germain. But still going back with this, Ronaldinho and Neymar. Yes, Ronaldinho is miles ahead as a footballer, miles ahead of Neymar in terms of skills, vision, everything, right? Everything. Ronaldinho is one of the greatest to ever play the game. And Ronaldinho is probably the greatest to ever treat a football. I mean, they have never been a guy that treat the ball so well like Ronaldinho. Everything Ronaldinho should do was not only just magic, was always something that seems like impossible to do it. But if you go in terms of stats, yeah, for me, football stats means shit, means fuck all, right? Yeah, Neymar has more assists, more goals, more trophies, but that does not mean Neymar is a better footballer than Ronaldinho. He will never be. Prime Neymar, prime Ronaldinho miles ahead. And also, if we're going to talk about in terms of stats, I'm giving you an example as I'm talking about France, right? Giroud is all-time top goal scorer for France, right? He took over Thierry Henry. Does that mean that in terms of stats, yeah, he's a top goal scorer for France? Does that mean Olivier Giroud is better than Thierry Henry? No. In terms of quality, Oliver Giroud will never be as good as Thierry Henry. In terms of a player, Oliver Giroud will never be as good as Thierry Henry. But Oliver Giroud is an all-time top goal scorer. Stats is amazing, but stats means nothing for football people. So yeah, Ronaldinho for me is miles ahead of Neymar. And if someone telling me Neymar is better than Ronaldinho as a footballer, unfortunately, there's something wrong with you, and you should check your next doctor straight away, because there's definitely something wrong with you. But basically, that is everything for me for today. The review of Ireland 0, France 1. It wasn't a great game of football, but a good 3 points for France. They shouldn't have any problems to finish top of the group, to qualify, easy qualify for them. And yeah, and a few topics that I had to bring up just because of, like, come on, he's been bored in international football. We need to talk about club levels as well. And really appreciate all the love and support. Remember, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to end the poll right now. And the poll ends with, yeah, big numbers, people. Big numbers. As you can see here, look, clearly, we know that Mbappe will become the greatest French footballer of all time. The guy at the age of 24, come on, he just got everything, and he always seems to turn up for France. I know he had a quiet game today, but look, Mbappe for me will definitely become the greatest French footballer of all time. He will be taking over players like Thierry Henry, players like, Platini, and many others. So yeah, that was a question up. A lot of people, the poll went strong for Mbappe, said yes. 85% said yes. Kylian Mbappe will become the greatest French footballer of all time. And I have to agree with you guys on, we know that's going to happen. But look, it's been 1 hour, 2 minutes. Really appreciate the love and support. Muchas gracias, people. As always, cannot thank you guys enough. If you could do a massive favor on your way out, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. And also, make sure that you smash the like on this stream. And I will see you guys very soon. I'm not coming back now until the weekend, most likely. Like I said, I'm also taking the chance to this international football to also have a break myself, because I've been working too hard on YouTube for 10 months non-stop, and I'm enjoying. I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying having a few days off, but I do also miss, right? This is why I had to bring up another stream today. But look, it's been amazing. Cross over 2,000 subscribers in 10 months, crazy number. Cannot thank you guys enough. But keep it up, support Football Ferreira, and I will see you guys very soon. Remember, on your way out, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you smash the like on this stream, and I'll see you guys very soon. Gracias, merci, allez les Blues, vive la France, vamos Argentina, and I'll see you all very soon. Thank you.